Hi guys, welcome back to Surviving Infidelity. In today's video, the story is titled Pregnant Wife Confessed to Cheating but Refuses Prenatal Paternity Test. Before I get into the video guys, want to remind you of the Patreon link in the description. If you want to see more uncensored videos, stories, head down there and check it out. Let's get straight into it. Might get blasted for mistreating a pregnant woman, but it doesn't really matter at this point. I'm mainly just using this to crystallize my emotions in writing and vent. My 27 male wife, 26 female, is around 2 months pregnant. At first, I was overjoyed when I found out. But 10 days ago, she admitted to having unprotected sex with a colleague around the same time she got pregnant. This has to be the longest 10 days of my life. I'm humiliated by the betrayal. I decided to stay in the marriage if I am the father of the child. But emotionally, there is no way that I can take the stress of it possibly not being mine for 7 more months. That is so valid. The anxiety has been eating me alive at night for the past week. So I told her today to do a prenatal paternity test so we can know for sure whose child it is by the end of the week. That makes the most sense. You come to him, tell him that you've cheated and don't want to do it. Like, you basically told him it could not be yours, but don't want to make sure of it. She refused and said she would be way too stressed if we did that, and that the stress hormones coursing through her body wouldn't be good for the baby. I pointed out how short-sighted this is, since I would do the paternity test eventually anyways, and it would just shorten the stress for the both of us if we found out who the father was by this weekend. Yeah, that does make sense. Like, I know she would be in a lot of stress from this, but you're only in a lot of stress because you've done something wrong, because you cheated. There wouldn't even be this stress if she hadn't cheated. So the stress is actually from yourself, babes. I also said that even if we decided to get a divorce right now, we would still be married by the time the child is born. So I would be the legal father by default, if that is what she wanted. She still refused and said there's no way she's going to do a prenatal paternity test. Silly. I was pretty infuriated by this point, so I ended the conversation by saying that if she doesn't get the test, I would refuse to stay at the hospital when she is in labour, refuse to sign any paperwork acknowledging me as the father, get a paternity test, and legally challenge my paternity as soon as I find out the child isn't mine. If she continues to refuse a paternity test, I'm considering divorcing her even if the child is mine. I've lost most of my feelings for her after hearing about the cheating. If the child is mine, I should be eligible for joint 50-50 custody, even though it would be a very young child. My wife and I also make about the same amount of money, so I should be in the clear legally. But there is no way I can take this for 7 more months. I don't know what I'll do. Okay, there's an update. I am the OP of this post. I got suspended for being suspected spam, maybe because I use a VM to post. I don't know what any of that lingo means. But I thought I should come back and update. I never found out whether I was the father or not. She miscarried not long after I made the post, and a test was never done. That's sad. She may have just aborted it. I hope that the child, whether mine or not, is at peace now. But quite frankly, I would rather just not think more about this whole situation anymore. I just want to move on with my life at this point. The divorce was pretty swift and straightforward. We make similar incomes, so there wasn't really much to contest. I let her keep the house and she paid me half for the equity. It was pretty silent and emotionless split. I just wanted to go on my own separate way in life. And maybe she felt the same way. I want to address the comments in the old post claiming that a prenatal paternity test could cause a miscarriage. I asked her for a non-invasive prenatal paternity test. That would not have caused any harm to the mother or the child. It would have just been a simple blood draw from the pregnant mother and a cheek swab from the suspected father. Things have been rough, but I am looking forward to the future. I've been working out and sauna bathing regularly, which has improved my mood quite a bit. I might go back to school for a master's degree. Really increases income potential in my line of work. Thanks for all the well wishes, strangers. Your kind words provide me with a lot of hope in a dark time. That was a nice short story. It's horrible though that she had miscarriage, and it's also horrible that he never knew, because if it was his, that's his baby that they lost as well, you know? Miscarriages are hard, and not knowing if it was your baby would make it harder to grieve. Anyways, let me know what you think of this story in the comments down below. Do you think he was right for asking for one or not? Let me know. Before I go, just want to remind you of the Patreon link in the description. And don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you in another video, guys. Bye!